What we need is not more medication, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge. This is Exposé coming to you live from Lagos, Nigeria, every Monday on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously. I'm your regular host, Tony Akinyemi. Don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge.
Are you ready for an explosion of miracles? TSF Global Service returns with a powerful second season this July. Join us as Reverend Tony Akinyemi delivers a life-changing message on the captivating theme, the fig tree. Prepare to experience healing for your body, mind, and spirit. Breakthroughs that shatter limitations, miracles defying the natural order, signs and wonders strengthening your faith, diverse blessings showering your life. Mark your calendars and spread the word. Date is Sunday, July 28, 2024, and the time is 9 a.m.
Hello and welcome. This is Exposé with Tony Akinyemi. I'm your regular host, and my name is Tony Akinyemi. We have been looking at your food and your health. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said, "Let your food be your medicine, and let your medicine be your food." That's why it becomes very, very important, highly imperative for us to begin to understand our food, to know our food, and to have an idea of the kind of benefits that we stand to derive as we consume these different kinds of food. Again, by way of reminder, I want to wear my blue light blocking glasses, and I encourage you to own one to protect your eyes from blue light, particularly from your devices. Again, I refer you to my videos, YouTube videos on blue light therapy, red light therapy generally. I have quite a number of episodes on that, and they will be a blessing to you. Don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education, so that you can begin to take preemptive actions and be proactive in the way that you approach life. When you are proactive and preemptive, you can preempt, you can prevent many conditions down the road. Now, so far we have looked at two very, very common and very good foods. We looked at cucumber last week. We also looked at carrots. And those two are powerful. And if you've not been eating them, I encourage you to start eating a lot of cucumber as well as a lot of carrots. Today, we're going to start with a third one, which is beetroot. Beetroot. Now, not too many people are familiar with beetroot, even though it's common everywhere, including Nigeria. It's all over the place. There are many people, I mention beetroot to them, and they're wondering, what is beetroot? I don't know it. Oh, when they see it, they say, okay, is that what they call beetroot? So I'd like them to show you the image of beetroot right now. Okay, now so beetroot has many factors that are very beneficial to the body. It contains iron, it's got phosphorus, it's got calcium, magnesium, sodium, sulfur, potassium, manganese, beta-carotene, vitamin C in beneficial forms, and many other items that are particularly very useful. You can see that beetroots are loaded. Beetroots can be eaten cooked or raw. Now, beets, which are low calorie and have no saturated fat, contain folic acid, which is necessary for the production and maintenance of new cells in our body. This is especially important for pregnant women or anyone undergoing any kind of recovery program, physical healing program. Right. Now, women, when they are pregnant, are normally given folic acid because if they don't take enough folic acid, either in their diet or through supplements as given to them by their gynecologist, they can have children that can develop all kinds of health challenges, a kind of, problems that the babies can be born with, okay? They are called congenital problems. That is problems that babies are born with. All right. Now, when a woman is deficient in folic acid, she can deliver babies that will suffer things like hydrocephalus, like spina bifida. All of these things are problems due to folic acid deficiency. So pregnant women in particular, I think in some countries they recommend about 800 micrograms per day of folic acid for pregnant women. And I want to seize this opportunity to appeal to our pregnant ladies in particular, especially in third world countries, in developing countries, particularly in Nigeria, especially again in the church world, in the church community. There are many believers who will tell you, many Christians who go to church, particularly Pentecostals. I'm a Pentecostal, by the way, okay? They will say, oh, I don't take medicine, I operate by faith, and I respect that. I don't have any problem with that. But you see, folic acid and the supplements that your gynecologist recommends for you when you are pregnant, they are not necessarily medicine in the form of pharmaceutical drugs, so to speak. These are nutrients, vitamins. Okay, folic acid is one of the B vitamins. Okay, you can get it from your food quite all right, but you may not get enough when you are pregnant. That's why they recommend that you take them. So when your gynecologist prescribes folic acid and a few other vitamins and minerals for you during pregnancy, please take them. Don't say, I don't take drugs, I don't take medicine. Those are not pharmaceutical drugs per se. Those are nutrients. They are vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, which somehow, because of the way we grow our food, our agricultural practices, and the way we process our foods, those things are now no longer in adequate amounts in the foods that we eat. So that's why they prescribe them to you in the form of tablets or capsules so that you can supplement. It's like you have the main budget and you have the supplementary budget. So your food is the main budget. That's where you should be getting your folic acid from, by the way. But because you may not get enough, sufficient amounts of folic acid in your food, that's why your doctor gives you the supplementary budget, which is the supplements now. So please take foods that are rich in folic acid, and if your doctor recommends folic acid and other vitamins and minerals for you during pregnancy, please take them. It is in your own interest and the interest of your baby. I have seen babies that were born with very serious congenital abnormalities simply because their mothers were deficient in certain vitamins and minerals when those women were pregnant. Those are preventable conditions. Don't be religious. Don't tell me you are operating by faith, you are spiritual. No, you are not. You are simply religious and ignorant. I'm sorry to be blunt, but I think this is helpful. You need to have understanding. What we need is knowledge. For the best prescription is knowledge. And that's why I'm dishing out this knowledge so you know. So when your doctor gives you those things during pregnancy, don't be religious about it. Don't be ignorant. Don't act in ignorance and think you are acting in faith. You are actually being presumptuous. You are walking in presumption. You are not walking in faith. Is that all right? I am a faith man myself. Yes. I'm born again by grace through faith. All right? And I live by faith, for now the just shall live by his faith. I am a faith man, for your information. But my faith does not preclude knowledge and understanding. Okay? So beetroot happens to be one of those vegetables that contain folic acid that can be very helpful to you. Now, beets are usually bright red and they make a colorful and healthy garnish to whatever meal you are preparing, whether it is your salad or some people even, I saw when I visited, I think it was Swaziland the other time, and I saw that they actually cooked their rice with some little bits in there, and it just changed the color of the rice to purple. Okay? They can also be made into a number of cold salads. That's beetroot. Now, beetroot juice is good, particularly for cleansing your blood, building your blood. Okay? Now, to build blood, if you are anemic, your PCV is low, or your red blood cells low, or your hemoglobin low, when you do your complete blood count, you go for your medical checkup, and they say that, oh, your PCV is low, your hemoglobin is low, your red blood cell is low, and all of that, and you want to beef them up, you want to boost them, beetroot juice is the way to go. It's good for building your blood. Now, all you need to do is to simply drink beetroot juice mixed with the juice of deep green leafy vegetables regularly. Vegetables like kale, vegetables like spinach, vegetables like celery, those are green vegetables. You juice the green vegetable, you have a lot of chlorophyll from that. And then you juice the beetroot, and then you mix them. You can mix the beetroot and the beetroot juice and the chlorophyll, green vegetable juice. Now, the chlorophyll in the green vegetable, the chemical structure of chlorophyll is very similar to the chemical structure of hemoglobin in human blood. The only difference between the chemical structure of chlorophyll, which is the green pigment in plant, and hemoglobin, which is the red pigment in human blood, the only difference is just one atom of iron at the center of hemoglobin, and you have one atom of magnesium at the center of chlorophyll. So if you take chlorophyll and you knock off the magnesium there, and you substitute it with iron, you have actually converted chlorophyll to hemoglobin. That's why when people are, anemic, one of the best things to give them is chlorophyll, green vegetable juice. Now, when you now mix it with beetroot juice, beetroot contains a lot of iron, by the way, and that iron is going to knock off the magnesium in chlorophyll and convert chlorophyll to hemoglobin, all right? So let me go over that again. To build blood, you want to boost your blood, your PCV, your packed cell volume, all right? Simply drink beetroot juice mixed with the juice of deep green leafy vegetables regularly. And here's a simple, a very healthy and simple recipe using beetroot to create something that I will call, let me call it blood tonic, for example, okay? Just wash one small organic beetroot, okay? 2 large organic carrots, and then 1 stalk of organic celery. So 3 items now. You remove the carrot top, the leaves. Also remove the leaves, the beetroot top. Just use the solid, the vegetable part of the carrot and the beetroot. Now you peel the beetroot if the skin is tough, because sometimes when beetroot is fresh, the skin is okay, but when the leaves have dried off in particular, you see that the skin of beetroot can become very tough. If the skin is tough, just peel the skin off. Now you slice up the vegetables to fit into your juicer, depending on the type of juicer you have. Don't forget that I said that any kitchen in these modern times that does not have a juice extractor in there is not worthy of that name, kitchen. Okay? For your kitchen to be a kitchen indeed, you must have a juice extractor in place. You must have a water purifier to purify the water that the family drinks and the one you use in cooking. It must have a refrigerator, particularly if you live in the tropics where I live. You must have a blender, something to blend your pepper, blend your tomato, and then make your smoothie. These are items of equipment that makes a kitchen, all right, in these modern times, particularly. So you juice these items, your beetroot, your carrot, and your celery. You juice them and mix them, okay? And that's how it goes. You just serve it for people and drink. Now, if you want the juice to be sweeter, because some people are sweet tooth, they just don't like it if it's not very sweet. If you want it to be sweeter, you can also juice 1 apple or 2 apples and into the mix. Instead of using carrots, you can use apples. Apples taste a little sweeter than carrots. So instead of using carrot, beetroot, and celery, you can actually use apples, beetroot, and celery to make your juice combination to boost your blood. All right. And then you eat foods rich in iron, like okra, like unripe plantain. And then you take food that are rich in vitamin C, because vitamin C is very helpful in helping your body to absorb iron from your food. Okay, when you eat iron-rich food and then you take vitamin C along, vitamin C improves the bioavailability of iron. It helps your body to absorb iron better in the presence of vitamin C. All right, that's as far as juicing beetroot to boost your blood is concerned. Now, beet is also good for the liver, it's good for the gallbladder, it's good for our kidneys, it's good for the brain, it's good for reproductive function, it's good for our bone structure, and it's also good for our normal glucose metabolism, because beets are rich in betaine, and betaine stimulates liver cell function and helps to keep our bile ducts healthy and flowing. And this enables the body to eliminate toxins properly, because one of the channels by which the body eliminates toxin is through the bile duct. You know, bile builds up in the gallbladder, and then it is passed down through the bile duct into the GI tract, the gastrointestinal tract, and then waste products, toxins accompany that elimination, that the release of bile from the gallbladder into the digestive tract. So the betaine that is present in beet stimulates liver cells to function better, and it keeps the bile ducts healthy and open up to flow so that bile can flow easily, and then toxins can get out of the body. We are going to go on a short break, and I'll be back to continue this wonderful conversation about your food and your health. And we are talking right now about beetroot. Don't go away.
Are you ready for an explosion of miracles? TSF Global Service returns with a powerful second season this July. Join us as Reverend Tony Akinyemi delivers a life-changing message on the captivating theme, the fig tree. Prepare to experience healing for your body, mind, and spirit. Breakthroughs that shatter limitations, miracles defying the natural order, signs and wonders strengthening your faith, diverse blessings showering your life. Mark your calendars and spread the word. Date is Sunday, July 28, 2024, and the time is 9 a.m.
Welcome back. This is still Exposé with Tony Akinyemi, brought to you by the Shepherd's Flock International Church, aka TSF. TSF. We're talking your food and your health. Again, Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said, let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. So how do you use your food as medicine? It begins with knowledge. When you know the benefits of each particular food item, that helps you to know how to incorporate it into your diet. We've looked at cucumber, we've looked at carrots, now we're looking at beetroot. Now, before we went on that short break, we said beetroot is good for the liver, is good for the gallbladder, is good for our kidneys, is good for the brain, is good for bone structure, is good for reproductive function, is good for normal glucose metabolism, is good for cleansing the blood, is good for boosting our blood. Okay? Now, beets, we said, are also rich in betaine, which can help to stimulate our liver cells to function optimally, to open the bile duct, to allow bile from the gallbladder to flow easily, unhindered, into the small intestine, into the digestive tract, to help to emulsify fat, okay, so that fat can be well digested, and so we can absorb the nutrients in that food, the fatty food. Right. Now, betaine is also known as trimethylglycine. Trimethylglycine. Trimethylglycine, or TMG for short. All right, now, TMG is a minor mood enhancer. Call it an antidepressant. So if you have mild issues of moodiness and depression, one of the things you can use in the natural health world is beetroot and beetroot juice because of the TMG content, trimethylglycine, which is a mood enhancer. Of course, you can also use herbs such as St. John's wort. We're not talking herbs today. I'll come to that maybe later along the way. Not today, in subsequent seasons on Exposé with Tony Akinyemi. But in this season, we are not dealing with herbs. We are dealing with food, okay? And so we're on beetroot right now. And beetroot is one of those foods that contain substances that can enhance your mood, that can elevate your mood. And one of those substances is TMG, trimethylglycine. Now, through a series of events, TMG increases serotonin levels, and it can be used to help to relieve many cases of depression. Now, serotonin is one of those hormones that our bodies secrete, including others like melatonin and what have you, okay? And those hormones are the feel-good hormones. Feel-good hormones. They make us feel happy, feel relaxed. They help us to sleep well, like melatonin and what have you. And serotonin also makes you feel good. So it's a mood enhancer, a kind of natural antidepressant of some sort, without the side effects that may accompany pharmaceutical antidepressants. TMG also helps to improve liver function, by the way. There was an Italian study that was conducted in which patients were taking TMG. And the patients who were taking TMG actually experienced improved liver function as they continued to test their liver check their liver function through an LFT test, liver function test. They also experienced reduction in the fat in their liver. So it can be good for fatty liver as well. That's TMG, found in beetroot. And it can help to also reduce some kind of abdominal pain. Now, what's more, several clinical trials show that TMG can also help to repair liver damage that is caused by alcohol use. Those who take alcohol again and again and again, alcoholics, and they now develop, fatty liver as a result of alcohol intake. TMG, found in beetroot, has been found to help to repair the liver that has been damaged by, fatty liver due to alcohol use. Now, the betaine that is in beets also helps to reduce a particular substance in the blood that is known as homocysteine. Homocysteine, Homocysteine, homocysteine. That's the name of the substance. Now, homocysteine is a kind of protein. It's an amino acid. And it is actually one of the amino acids that is the real culprit to heart disease and stroke. And many people are unaware of it. Now, homocysteine is deadlier, much more dangerous than cholesterol. Cholesterol is a fat. Homocysteine is a protein, an amino acid. Okay, now we've had a lot of noise about cholesterol, how cholesterol is dangerous, and how so many people are pushing statin drugs to lower cholesterol and all of that. I think I've done an episode on cholesterol sometimes in 2022 or so, where I shared details about how to lower your cholesterol without medication, without statin drugs. Okay, because cholesterol is not an enemy as it has been portrayed to be. It's actually a friend. There are very, very wonderful, powerful functions of cholesterol in the body that without cholesterol, our body cannot even function well. We can't make our sex hormones without cholesterol. The hormones we need to make babies, like estrogen, like progesterone, like testosterone, and all of those hormones, without cholesterol, you can't make them. You can't think, you can't have memory without cholesterol. Cholesterol is needed for that. We need cholesterol for so many things. Okay? And so what makes cholesterol look like dangerous is when cholesterol is oxidized, then it becomes dangerous cholesterol. But as long as cholesterol is not oxidized, it is not dangerous. When cholesterol is oxidized, it is now called oxycholesterol. In other words, oxidized cholesterol. Now, what oxidizes cholesterol? The number one oxidizer of cholesterol is homocysteine. That's why you find that from all the data available concerning those who have had either heart attacks or stroke or what have you, you find that 50% of them have normal cholesterol level. 50% of those people with heart disease, with stroke, with heart attack, myocardial infarction, half of them have normal cholesterol. Maybe the other half have high cholesterol. So is it cholesterol then that led to those cardiovascular events? I personally don't think so. I don't think so. Because you see, there are people with high cholesterol walking the streets and they don't have heart attack, they don't have heart disease, they don't have stroke, and yet they have high cholesterol. And yet there are people with normal cholesterol that are having heart attack, having stroke, and having heart disease. So the difference is that if somebody has high cholesterol and that cholesterol is not oxidized, it may not harm the person. But even if a person has normal cholesterol and that cholesterol is oxidized, particularly oxidized by homocysteine, that person, in spite of having normal cholesterol reading, may still have a cardiovascular event. So I would think, and I suggest strongly, that what we should be dealing with more is homocysteine, so that it doesn't oxidize cholesterol. And you use things like vitamin B12, vitamin B6, things like folic acid, things like magnesium, things like zinc, things like choline. These are things that help to combine with homocysteine to form super antioxidants in the body. There are two very powerful super antioxidants that the body makes by itself to neutralize free radicals. One of them is the antioxidant that is so popular out there, glutathione. Glutathione. The other one is called S-adenosylmethionine, or SAMe for short. S-adenosylmethionine, SAMe, or glutathione. Now, these two antioxidants, glutathione and SAMe, the body can make them. And one of the ingredients, the building blocks that the body uses to make those antioxidants is homocysteine. But homocysteine alone will not make those antioxidants. It needs cofactors, other nutrients, like vitamin B12, like vitamin B6, like zinc, like magnesium, like folic acid, like choline. All these are ingredients to make the soup called SAMe or SAMe, S-adenosylmethionine or glutathione. Now, so when those other ingredients are missing in your diet, in your food, and only homocysteine coming from your protein food is available, the homocysteine will just be floating around in your blood, not getting converted into antioxidants. And then it begins to react with cholesterol to oxidize cholesterol and convert regular normal cholesterol to oxycholesterol. That oxycholesterol is what then leads to cardiovascular problems. So you can understand how cholesterol can cause problems. It causes problems when it is oxidized. If it is not oxidized, it doesn't cause problems. Okay? Now, am I saying that if your cholesterol is high, you should not bring it down? That's not what I'm saying. But you can bring it down by dietary adjustments, lifestyle adjustments, and maybe some vitamins. Vitamin B3 in particular, niacin, is very good in bringing down cholesterol. Now, oats in particular, oats is also very good, particularly when you don't eat it with cow milk. You take oats and you use plant-derived milk, like nut milk, like tiger nut milk, like almond milk, like coconut milk, like hazelnut milk. That's the milk you use in eating your oats. Then it will bring down your cholesterol. Because when you use cow milk, you are bringing in more cholesterol, and yet you want to lower cholesterol. It doesn't work that way. So you use nut milk with your oats, and oats help in lowering cholesterol. Okay? So the betaine that is in beetroot also helps to reduce your blood concentration of homocysteine, which is the real thing that damages your cholesterol and makes it to cause problems. Now, a study that was published in the American Heart Association's Hypertension Journal concludes that drinking beet juice lowers high blood pressure quickly and effectively and could actually be a natural approach to helping prevent cardiovascular problems. So drinking just over 2 cups of beetroot a day may actually help to keep your blood pressure in check. And this was based on a particular study that was done about 16 years ago. That's about 2008. Yeah, about 2008. Within 3 hours of drinking about 17 ounces of beetroot juice, that's about 500 ml or 50 cl of beetroot juice, within 3 hours, some volunteers that volunteered to be used as study subjects, when they drank about 17 ounces of beetroot juice, within 3 hours, it showed a significant decrease in their blood pressure. Much more, you see, the drop in the blood pressure was sustained for up to 24 hours after the juice was consumed. And British scientists at the Queen Mary University of London actually found that drinking beet juice lowered blood pressure to healthy levels within 24 hours. In fact, it was just as effective as prescription drugs such as nitrate tablets in treating hypertension. Now, beetroot may help also with cancer because beets may help to protect the body against cancer, particularly colon cancer. Now, natural cancer therapists, have been reported to have used beetroot therapy, to get rid of tumors and to help with blood diseases and leukemia. Now, I'm not saying beetroot juice alone will cure your cancer. Please don't misunderstand me. That's not what I'm saying at all. Cancer is a multi-pronged disease. There are many, many different sides to it, and you have to tackle all the different sides when you are dealing with cancer. But I'm saying that beetroot can contribute its own quota. Now, there is a substance in the pigment of beetroot. It's called beta-cyanine. That's the pigment that actually gives beetroot that red color. And that pigment is believed to be responsible for helping to fight cancer. It has anti-tumoral effects. Now, the fiber that is in beetroot has also been shown to lower cholesterol, by the way. It has cholesterol-lowering capabilities. Now, there's a particular vegetable soup that they make with beetroots. It's a very popular kind of soup that is traditionally loved in Germany, in Poland, in Russia, and Eastern European countries. It's called borscht. I hope I pronounced it correctly. B-O-R-S-C-H-T. That's the name of the vegetable soup. It's loved in those countries, okay? There are cold and hot borscht soups, and each country varies the ingredients somewhat. But you see, beetroot is the one main and common ingredient in this very revered hearty soup. Now, according to Tony Isaacs, in an article that he published on October 15, 2010, he says that among other healthy uses of beets, you can also use beetroot to help to cleanse the colon, to strengthen the gallbladder, to increase your stamina, to treat and cure boils and abscesses and even acne. Now, even the leaves of raw beets have been found to be useful and beneficial to health. The leaves have been known to counter, garlic breath. Those who take a lot of garlic and they smell like garlic. When they take the leaves of beetroot, the leaves help to, tone down and temper the very strong smell of garlic in the people's breath, okay? Now, in Roman times, hypocrites advocated the use of beet leaves as binding for healing wounds, okay? Now, I must throw in a note of caution here before I sign off for today because I've been signaled that my time is up for today. Now, beetroot, especially the greens, the leaves, beet greens, contains high levels of oxalate. And therefore, those individuals that are prone to developing, kidney stones, those who have the propensity to develop kidney stones, if there are people in your family, in your bloodline that, are prone to developing kidney stones, then such people need to Stay away, if possible, from beetroot, because the leaves, beetroot greens, because of the high level of oxalate that it contains, because that can precipitate the development of kidney stones, and you don't want that. All right. So beetroot is very, very wonderful vegetable that we all need to include in our food. It contains nitrates, and when they are cooked and left standing at room temperature, microorganisms, that convert nitrates to nitrites can begin to multiply. And the amount of nitrites in the beetroot can then rise. Then the nitrites can combine with amines in the stomach to form nitrosamines. And some of these are known to be carcinogenic, cancer-causing. Okay? This is why I prefer eating my beetroot raw or simply juicing it fresh for drinking. So what I'm saying in effect is that when you cook beetroot and you leave it standing at room temperature for too long, because of the sugar content, it attracts bacteria, and these bacteria, these microorganisms, can begin to convert the plenty amount of nitrates present in beetroot, and the bacteria will start acting on the nitrates to convert them to nitrites. Okay? And nitrites are cancer-causing. You don't want that to happen. Now, if you want to know more about the health benefits of beetroots, okay, you can go to so many websites online and check them. There's a particular website by Dr. David Williams, which is very, very helpful. drdavidwilliams.com. That's drdavidwilliams.com. drdavidwilliams.com. One of those websites that I encourage you to go to. Or you can go to healing.org. Those are websites where you will read a lot about beetroot and you want to know more about it. So this is how far our time permits us to go today. We were only able to talk about beetroot today. And you can see how powerful, what a powerhouse beetroot can be. Now, I'm sure you've seen the image of beetroot on the screen today, and you now know what beetroot is. People ask me in Nigeria, what is the local name for beetroot? I say, well, I know it as beetroot. If you ask the people selling salad vegetables in Nigeria by the roadside, just ask for beetroot. They know it. They will show it to you. Or you go to any of the grocery stores and just go there. They are labeled. You see beetroot. So get them. You can also grow them, by the way. You can plant them in your garden, and you can buy the seeds and plant it. You can buy carrot seeds as well and plant it. You can buy cucumber seeds and plant it. I believe Havila Health Haven actually stocks the seeds, and you can get your own seed there for a token, and you can plant your own cucumber, plant your own carrot, plant your own beetroot, and many others, tomatoes, peppers, and what have you, even onions. You can grow them in pots in your compound, and that way you can save a lot of money. I hope what we've shared today has been very beneficial. Next week, when we come, we will pick yet another very powerful vegetable which should be part of our daily menu to boost our health. Don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education. For the best prescription is knowledge. And again, Hippocrates said, let your food be your medicine, and let your medicine be your food. And that's why this conversation is very germane and apt at this time, as we are looking at your food and your health. Do have a terrific week, a productive week, a fruitful week, a highly blessed week. See you same time, same platform next week. I love you, and Jesus loves you more. Bye.
Are you ready for an explosion of miracles? TSF Global Service returns with a powerful second season this July. Join us as Reverend Tony Akinyemi delivers a life-changing message on the captivating theme, the fig tree. Prepare to experience healing for your body, mind, and spirit. Breakthroughs that shatter limitations, miracles defying the natural order, signs and wonders strengthening your faith, diverse blessings showering your life. Mark your calendars and spread the word. Date is Sunday, July 28, 2024, and the time is 9 a.m.